Hello and welcome to the instructions video for Thursday and Friday, September 3rd and 4th. So if we go to our first 9 weeks folder and we find the folder that's marked Thursday and Friday, September 3rd and 4th, you'll see we're going to continue with the Outsiders, Chapter 5. So we're going to do kind of the same setup we've been doing, where we're going to split up the activities for this chapter over 2 days. If you want to do it all in one day, that's totally up to you. But in your to-do list, I've shown you how you can break it down over the 2 days. So the first day you can work on before reading, which is a little activity I'm going to show you in a minute, where you're going to refresh your memory about what happened in chapter 4, that crazy, wild, intense chapter that we read yesterday on Wednesday. And then you're actually going to go through the chapter. I'm going to show you something else we're going to do to interact with the reading in chapter 5. We're going to make some claims and statements using the comment feature, and this is going to be kind of a form of annotation, which you've probably done in the past in other English classes. After we finish reading, you will do a silver grade assessment, which we talked about Monday and Tuesday in class. And this is going to be 10 multiple choice items, where I'm going to give you a statement or a claim about the Outsiders, and you're going to choose from 3 options the quote from the book that best supports the statement. So we should be ready for this after all the practice we've done with this skill in chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4, and on IXL. And then lastly, as usual, I have a quizzes that you can use to review the chapter. Okay, so we will go to the doc. Whoops, I'm sorry. We'll go to the doc here and open that up to get to our text and our before, during, and reading activities. So you'll have my document here. You'll click on that. You'll click on edit on your screen and you'll open the doc. Pink doc for chapter 5. And you'll see in the before reading activities, I've given you 3 pictures. And I've told you what they are, just in case you can't tell what they're supposed to be. But these are all places or objects from chapter 4. And I want you to tell me the role in chapter 4 that each of these things played. So this is just to keep you thinking about what happened, remembering what happened in chapter 4. So what happened with a fountain in chapter 4? Just type a quick little answer here. What happened with a switchblade knife in chapter 4? Type your answer here. And what happened with a church in chapter 4? Type your answer here. After you do that, it's time to actually read chapter 5. Again, you can listen along with the audio. If you click on this link, you can go to the YouTube video. Oh, I actually made a mistake there. It should say chapter 5. It's about 23 minutes. And if you can't get the link to work from here, again, you can always go straight to YouTube and search for The Outsiders chapter 5, and you'll find it. The one that we've been listening to is a teacher named Daniel Roberts, if you want to try and find that one. What you're going to do as you listen and read chapter 5 is explained right here in the directions. Basically, I want you to make your own comments, claims, statements as you read. So instead of having the table here like I've been giving you, I want you to just kind of do it as you read. You're going to react to the story by making a statement or a claim of your own. And that comes right from your head, okay? It could be an opinion, could be something that you're continuing to learn about a character. It could be a reaction about something that happens. So, for example, in the first paragraph here. It says, I woke up late in the afternoon. For a second, I didn't know where I was. You know how it is when you wake up in a strange place and wonder where in the world you are until memory comes rushing over you like a wave. I have convinced myself that I dreamed everything that happened the night before. Okay, so this is Pony Boy, our narrator, talking. And maybe you want to comment on the fact that you do get that. Like, this happens to me all the time. Maybe you want to react and connect to this. Okay, so I'm showing you how this works. You highlight the part that you want to comment on. Okay, so maybe you want to do this one. When you highlight text, you'll see that this add a comment button pops up. When you don't have anything highlighted, you can't see it unless you come over here, okay? If you just have your cursor on a word, you can still get it to pop up too. But I want you to highlight an actual part of the chapter, and then you'll see that the little plus sign pops up right away. When you click on it, it will pull up a box where you can type a comment. So you can type whatever your comment is, whatever your statement is, whatever your claim is. Really, I just want you to interact with the text here. So maybe you want to say, I always feel like this when I go on vacation. So that's your connection to Pony Boy in this part of the sentence. You click comment, and then your comment stays there, okay? So I want you to do this at least 3 times in the 10 pages of chapter 5. It's kind of like annotating. If you've done that before in a class, sometimes teachers have you use sticky notes or actually highlight in a text. You're interacting with the text, but you're going to use the comment feature, okay? So that's that. If you happen to put a comment in and you don't want it to be there anymore, you can always click on this little menu and do delete, or you can edit it if you want to change something in it. Okay? So 3 comments. After you finish reading, if you're splitting this up into 2 days, you could stop with the comments on the first day, on Thursday, and then Friday you could pick up with the after reading activities. Okay? The after reading activities, there are 2 of them. First, it says click the link in Schoology to complete the assessment supporting details in the Outsiders. And second, it says review the details of Chapter 5 by playing a quizzes review game. So, if you're at home, you can do these in whatever order you want. If you want to review the chapter first, you can play the quizzes first, as long as you do both of them at some point. The quizzes is going to be just the same as we've been doing. You click the link and you'll have practice questions just to help you review the chapter. The assessment is something we haven't done before. It's going to be an assessment right in Schoology. And if you come back to the Schoology folder, you should see it down here at the bottom below the Chapter 5 assignment link. If you don't see it for some reason, just go back through your steps to go to the folder, and you should see it down here at the bottom. When you click on it, you'll come to a screen that looks similar to this, a little different because I'm on the teacher screen. But basically, you'll start a new attempt, and it's going to give you some multiple choice questions where you're going to have to pick a quote that supports the claim that I've given you, okay? So here's an example. Which of the following details best supports the claim that Pony Boy doesn't think Derry loves him? I give you 3 options. You pick your answer. When you're all finished, you can click Review Answers, and it will let you review your answers and change them if you want to. Okay? You'll submit it, and I think you'll see your score right away. If you don't, I will send it to you as soon as possible so you can see your score. So that is the last item in the after reading that you would need to complete. Unless you did that first, then you come back here and do the quizzes, and then you're finished. Okay? So, chapter 5. Before reading, tell me about what these things mean. What is their role in chapter 4? During reading, you're going to make some comments. Remember, if you highlight something on the page, you'll get this little plus sign. You'll push you'll click the plus sign and you'll type your comment here. And then you'll click comment to make it stick. Then you will do the assessment. Link is in Schoology right here. And you can do the quizzes to review chapter 5. And that's your work for Thursday and Friday. If you have questions, let me know. Hopefully you've enjoyed the reading this week, and it's going to get even better as we keep going. We have 12 chapters altogether, so we're almost halfway through the book. Have a good weekend, and I will see you next week.